So let's start with the AWS CLI. Okay, so first of all, let's understand what is the meaning of this and why we required this CLI, command line interface. So generally, when we want to connect to the AWS platform, okay, so you have seen that first we come to this portal and provide our username and the password. Okay, and then we click on sign in. Go to the different portals and configure our services based on the requirement. Okay, this is one way. So this is your portal based way. So through a web management portal, we log in and do the management here. Second thing, if you want to do the same thing with the help of the CLI, so how can we do that? Okay, so we will understand it from the two point of view. One is Windows and the second is the Linux operating system. If we have two different flavor of operating system, how generally we deal with the CLI here. Okay, so basically what I want that through my CLI, when I go to my command prompt here, through my command prompt, if I run any command, let's say I want to create a EC2 instance. If I run anything, it should be deployed inside the AWS infrastructure. Okay. Right now, let's say if I'm trying to run any AWS based command, AWS space configure, hit enter. It says that AWS is not recognized as an internal or external command here, operable program or batch file. So it means, first of all, I should have a package of AWS CLI which need to be installed on my laptop. Okay, and this CLI is available for different operating system. Now, how to get that CLI? So generally, if you are understanding it correctly, so what I'm trying to do, let's say this is my AWS infrastructure and this is my laptop here. Through my laptop, I want to access this AWS infrastructure so that I can run different command to create different resources inside this infrastructure. So in first case, my laptop is a let's say Windows based operating system laptop. And how to deploy this package in the Windows based operating system. Okay, so you go to internet, because first of all we have to download and install a package. So you can type AWS CLI. So AWS CLI install Windows, select for this one and go with this first option only. Right, so AWS command line interface. Here, if you go to the Windows operating system and scroll down, there is one URL mentioned here. You click on this URL and through that URL actually you download this package, AWS CLI version 2. Just go ahead and one package is getting downloaded here. Okay, so proceed further and just do the installation. Steps are very normal. Go ahead and install it. Okay, finish. So this package has been installed on my laptop. So again, let's close this one, close everything and open the command prompt once again. So now the command of AWS will run from this command prompt because the supported package I have already installed. So it will detect the command what I'm typing here. So the first and most important thing, whenever I like to deploy any resource inside AWS infrastructure, first what I do, I connect to the portal, I provide my username and the password. But whenever you try to connect with the CLI, you need something called access key or the secret key, okay, that you need to establish a connection via the CLI, command line interface. So the command to connect to the backend AWS infrastructure is AWS space configure, hit enter. So right now it is not throwing up any error message. It asks me about the access key. Now from where I can get this access key? So when you go to your portal, this is my account, okay? And then you go to the my security credentials. And inside that, when you click on access key and secret key, so click on create new access key and show access keys. So here you can find out the access key ID and the secret access key. So copy the first one first, come here on your portal and paste it. Hit enter. Now it is asking for the secret access key. Copy this secret key also and paste it here. Okay. The first thing it is asking about the default region name. So what is the meaning of default region name means when I execute any command, so in which region it should be executed. Suppose there are two things. Whenever you run any command, you will do two things. Either you will specify the region or you will not specify the region, right? If you are specifying the region, let's say you are writing any command and then you specify the region, suppose Singapore you are writing in front of that. It means whatever command you are running, that is getting executed inside the Singapore region. But in case if you don't mention any region, so in that case, this default regions come into the picture. So whatever you have mentioned as a default region here, the command is going to be executed in the same region. So it says that default region name is showing as AP South 1. Okay, do you want to have the same one or you want to change it? So what is the meaning of AP South 1? Let's check that. Then we will proceed further. Let me duplicate it. So if I come here in the region section, so AP South 1, AP hyphen South hyphen 1, it is stand for the Mumbai region. Okay. So basically it says that the default region will be Mumbai region. Do you want to change it? If you want to change it, you can copy the code of the region where you want to switch and then you paste it there. Let's say you want to move it to the North Virginia region. So copy this code US-East-1 and come here and paste it here, right? In this case, what I will do, I'm not going to change it. Let it be Mumbai region only. So I will hit enter. Now it is asking me what is your output format. Whenever you type any command, in which format you want the output. Do you want in table form? Do you want in text form? So that you can mention here. So right now I'm going with this option table only. So click on that and hit enter, right? Now I'm connected to the backend AWS infrastructure, and any command if I run without region, that will be executed inside the Mumbai region. So what I will do now, let me go in this portal and let's go to the Mumbai region. So I'm going to VPC. Inside VPC, I will delete the default VPC here. So there is already one VPC is there. In each and every region you will find out. And with default VPC, you will get the subnet. Those are created inside these default VPC. There are 3 subnet in Mumbai default VPC. Also there is a routing table and also you have the internet gateway. What I will do, select this one, the default VPC, go to action and delete VPC here. So it is asking for the confirmation. So to confirm it, you need to type or just copy this one and paste it here and click on delete. Okay. So if you delete the default VPC, what will happen? VPC is gone. It is disappeared. Also, if you go to the subnets inside the VPC also got disappeared. The routing table also has been removed from here, as well as the internet gateway. So everything has been removed. Now suppose you want to restore it back. The default VPC you want to restore back. So if you want to restore your default VPC, there are 2 ways. Either you raise a request with the AWS support. So they will restore it back from the backend. That is one way. Second way is that through the help of command line interface also, we can restore it. Okay. So right now in this CLI, okay, already I am connected to the backend AWS infrastructure and region is Mumbai here. By default, region is Mumbai. So that is the reason in Mumbai region itself, I have deleted the VPC. So if I want to restore it back, the command, what you can try, that is AWS EC2, okay, and create hyphen default hyphen VPC. So AWS EC2 create hyphen default hyphen VPC. So this is the command, you hit enter. So I'm not mentioning any region here. Okay. So hit enter. Fine. So the command has been executed, and if I come here and refresh it, so you can see that your VPC has been restored back. And where it got restored back? Mumbai region. Okay. I hope you understood the concept of default region now. So what is the meaning of default region? So if your VPC got restored, if you see and check the subnets are also restored. Routing table is also restored, as well as internet gateway also has been restored. Suppose by mistake, if you delete any one subnet out of three, or let's say you deleted the internet gateway by mistake. So with the help of the same command, you can restore it back. Okay, so this is how it works. Now let's focus on what is the meaning of this default output format. Okay, let's say I want to see all of the regions inside the AWS infrastructure. And the command for that one is AWS EC2 and describe hyphen regions. So through this command, I can see all of the regions inside the AWS infrastructure. Because I am not mentioning any output here, how I want the output, in which format I want to output, I haven't mentioned that. So it will pick up the default one. And in that case, the default one is the table. You just hit enter. So it will come in the form of the table only. So it is not showing up properly, but if you can see that these are in the form of table. Okay, so I will show it later also in the Linux operating system. That time it will show properly, but you can find out that this is in the form of the table. Let's say you do not want in the default format, you want to change in some other format here. So how can you see that? So same command, AWS space EC2 space describe hyphen region, and this time you want to change the output format. So you can put command // or hyphen type output, then you put text here. So it means that you want output of this command into the text format. Fine. So click hit enter. So you can see the commands is showing the output in the text format. You do not have any table like this. Okay. So this is the meaning of your default output. And other than that, after installing the package, if you go to your C drive, inside C drive, go to the users. So in my laptop, the user account through which I have logged into this laptop is the admin. Okay. Open this one, you will find out one folder .aws. When you open this one, there are two files, config and the credentials. Right click on this config file and open with Notepad. Okay, so here you can see that the default region and the default output has been mentioned. If you want, you can change it here also. So to change the default region and the default output directly through this also you can change. Also, when you have tried to establish a connection, okay, then you provided your access key and secret key. When you go to this file credentials, right click on it and click on open with Notepad. Okay, so this is your access key and the secret key. Fine. So this is how it works here in Windows. In this case, my laptop is the client. Suppose you have created a EC2 instance where you have took the Windows as an operating system, and through that EC2 instance, if you want to connect AWS infrastructure, so that through the command line you can execute the creation of resources with the help of different services. So you have to follow the same process. You have to deploy or download and install the package related to this AWS CLI. So there also you have to follow the same thing.